I can't do the show, Cody. I can't do this.
Baby girl.
I can't.
Baby girl.
Can you tell him how to get on the live with Johnny?
Of course I will. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I look like a mess. We drove like 14 hours like straight through to get here because anytime our aunt needs us, we're always here. John's actually on his live right now. It's John Yates 327. It's on YouTube. So go on there. He's talking about everything. Michael's missing. Like, we have not heard anything. The whole police is looking for him from state to state to state to state. So he's got what's that called? Like the
bolo, but now it's missing.
Yes.
It was a bolo, now it's missing.
Thank you. Yes, because when I talked to the cops before,
information that go to Johnny.
Yep.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel everybody, and thank you so much for watching. What is happening, you guys? I am Jade. If you're new here, please like this video and also share. So I'm sure that some of you must have heard about this story. Honestly, if not because of the number of people who reached out to me and said, Jade, can you please talk about this? I probably wouldn't have, because the minute I saw the story, two things crossed my mind. Because you guys know me, I love me some 90 Day Fiancé. It's definitely my pastime. It's definitely my favorite thing to do. So two things crossed my mind. The first thing, I was like, this is definitely a publicity stunt, because Angela is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, she's a mad person, so there is nothing that she cannot do. And then I started thinking to myself, is Michael even in America? Because nobody has seen Michael in America. I understand that they are under some type of contract, but you would think that since Michael came to this so-called America, there had been a sighting of him. Maybe some people took pictures of him when he went to the store to get something with Angela. No one has a sighting of Michael. No one. There is a picture that went viral some months ago. People were speculating that, oh, Michael had arrived America, blah, blah, blah. So they posted a picture of Michael and Angela in a department store, you know, and then they basically said, oh, this is evidence that Michael is in America. I was like, okay. Yeah, because a lot of people in America do not know that in Nigeria, in Africa, we also have department stores. We also have the big mart stores. You know, everything is not just like the open market or whatever. Okay, so they saw those pictures and they started to run with it. Those pictures were clearly in Nigeria. We're clearly taken in Nigeria around the time that, you know, Angela, one of the times that she visited Nigeria, they were not pictures taken in America. I knew that, but a lot of people didn't know, you know. It was not a Walmart. It was not a Walmart. There is a big department store. I saw the picture that you're talking about. It was in Nigeria. I promise you, it was in Nigeria. It was not in America. Okay. Why is it that they only shared that one picture everywhere? What about videos? What about videos? They only share pictures. They don't share videos. Nothing. So please, you want to tell me that Michael Ilesomi will be in America, as popular as the show is, and with everybody seeing what Angela has put Michael through, and then there will not be evidence of him being in America? No way. No way. Okay, so I've been following this story. Even when I don't post about it, I follow the story. So I was really, really like, my first thing was, how is Michael in America? How is Michael in America? And nobody knows it. Nobody has talked about it. In the past, in the past, and I'm asking this question based on, I'm sorry, I was doing a sound check. Based on my experience from following the show, usually when any of the couples arrive in America, even before it is aired, we see glimpses of them, we see pictures of them, we hear sightings of them. That's how people get to know that, oh, this crazy couple finally made it to America. But not one believable sighting of Michael in America. Not one. Since it was announced that, or since Angela came out to cry that Michael had gone missing yesterday, I've been researching this. Okay. I was even reading some comments, and people were saying that they actually tried to go to they try to call the Hazelhurst Police Department in Georgia, and the police department said they had no idea that something like that was happening. And all of a sudden, there is a report that, oh, Michael has contacted the police and he says he was in fear for his life, so he left the house and doesn't want Angela to know where he is, you know. So people are saying that Michael has been found. He's downtown Atlanta. He did not run away. Okay. And then what was really interesting, whether or not Michael really is in America, whether or not um this was all a publicity stunt, you know, whether or not that is the case, it's what is interesting, basically, whether or not that is the case, what is interesting is that one of the common sentiments that people had been sharing since this whole thing was announced that Michael had supposedly run away, the most common thing that people have been telling Michael is to basically just keep running, don't go back, just continue to run, never look back. And obviously that rubbed Angela the wrong way, because Angela does not understand the reason why people do not show more empathy towards her situation, even in spite of the fact that she has been antagonizing this man. She has made Michael's life a living hell. She has made Michael's life a living hell from what everybody can see. And she's in her feelings because people are basically telling Michael that he should run and never look back. Run and never look back. Thank you so much, Charmaine Hall Spence. Thank you for 200 stars. Thank you, Charmaine. I appreciate you. Thank you. Right? So, the one thing that people have been basically advising Michael is just keep running, run, Forrest, run, run, Forrest, run, run, and never look back, run. That's what people are basically, and Angela is in her feelings that people are advising Michael to run. We all have eyes. We saw how you treated this guy. If it is true, and this is not some type of publicity stunt, if it is true that Michael is in fact in America, of course, anybody who watched the show and saw what you put him through will be begging him to run and never look back. Run and never look back. So we're going to go over some of the comments from people. Some of them are hilarious, but some of them are also very, very, gives you an insight to what people really think about Angela. So this one really stood out to me. This one says, he went missing in the deep south of Georgia. I doubt it was voluntarily. Right. So if in fact Michael went missing, okay, if in oh, thank you so much, Adion's Angel. Thank you for 200 stars. Adion says, silent watcher here. Always enjoy your analysis. Thank you so much, Adion. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you to all my silent watchers who don't comment but support me anyways and share my videos and watch and give me the views. I appreciate you guys all the same. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right? So this comment really, really stood out to me. Missing in the deep south. And this has always been my fear, always been my concern. Whether or not Michael is really in America, whether or not this was a publicity stunt, whatever the situation, whatever the motive behind this. But this sentiment right here is exactly how I have felt even before Michael supposedly came to America. I have always felt like if something happens, if Michael comes to America and he doesn't jump whenever Angela says jump, he doesn't do whatever Angela says, guess what's going to happen? Michael might actually go missing. This has always been my sentiment whenever this story came about. Okay? Because Angela is a woman. Charmaine says, I don't trust that woman, Angela. I don't trust her either. And she lives in the deep south. Okay? She lives in Hazelhurst. So these are like, wow. He's probably going to be the only black person in a 30-mile radius. He's probably going to be the only black person, no support system. Angela can go on and use him like a maid, which is something that she has always wanted, you know. I worry, my heart, I fear. Michael has no idea what he's getting himself into. And that's the thing that really, really bothers me about this. Michael has no idea. He doesn't understand what he's getting himself into by virtue of even agreeing to be in a relationship with this woman, agreeing to even come to America to be with this woman. He has no idea how bad things can go. He doesn't know how bad things can go for him. He doesn't get it. In 2024, things are still happening in the South. Things are still happening in the South. America is not a one size fits all. It's not. It's not a one size fits all in America. So he has no idea what he's getting himself into, especially a woman like Angela, with everything that Angela has done on the show, with the things that Angela had displayed on the show. So there's a lot of things. The reason why I'm skeptical about whether or not Michael is even in America is because no real Newsweek is a legitimate site, but I was going on People Magazine trying to see if they're going to cover the story. People Magazine has not even covered the story. And People Magazine doesn't play with this type of stories, right? So it makes me wonder. And according to reports, Angela says that Michael has reached out to the police and said he doesn't want to be found. That Michael basically sent her a picture of him and his so-called girlfriend. And so if Michael sent you something like that, why haven't you posted that? Why haven't you posted that? And please don't tell me because that she's bound contractually because of TLC or whatever. Don't tell me that, because being bound contractually by TLC has not prevented her from coming on social media to talk about all these things, to report Michael. All of this would have made for a really good next season of Happily Ever After. It hasn't even been announced that that Angela and Michael will be coming back. So if really there was the concern was, they didn't want to violate any contract agreement between them and TLC, why are they even talking about this at all? Especially when the Hazelhurst Police Department don't even know what's going on. All of this just seemed to me as though is for attention. Angela wants attention. Angela wants to be, you know, on the in the next season, and she will do anything, including lying that Michael is in America. I was watching the live stream from yesterday that she supposedly did. His friend, her friend, I should say, who's a YouTuber, Johnny Yates, who basically has been the only person publishing the story, talking about this, you know. He was live yesterday with Angela, and they were going on and on and on and on, and they were talking about the situation and how he said how Michael is upset that Angela is not going to him some type of give him the green card or something. There's just a lot of false information being pushed. So yeah, I will not be surprised if all of this is just Angela's crazy antics. I will not be surprised, okay? I would not be surprised if this was just Angela's way of trying to get attention for no reason whatsoever. So when Angela was talking, when she went live and she was talking, and the dog was barking, when he was talking and the dog was barking, somebody was like, "Oh, it looks like the dog is trying to tell us something." That made me laugh. So somebody says he's in the USA. This is a hype up, come watch us thing. He's safe. Angela, I don't think Michael is in the US. I don't think so. And I stand to be corrected. I stand to be corrected. If he's in the US, then I feel sorry for him. You know. And what Angela basically said was that she left. Somebody said he's definitely ran for the hills. He's not missing. He doesn't want to be found. And a lot of people shared the sentiment, and a lot of people were very, very happy if this was the case, if it was a situation of Michael arriving in America and deciding that, nope, bye, sayonara, crazy person, I am not staying here. And another thing that is so interesting, if you go to Angela's TikTok, the day that Michael supposedly went missing, Angela posted something. Okay? Angela posted something, not even making any reference to Michael missing. Angela has been posting actively on her social media until yesterday when she came out to supposedly, talk about Michael missing. So there are things that are not making sense here. Things are not adding up, eh? Shit ain't adding up. Let me see. Let me see. Let me go over some comments here. Um Somebody says, and she's a Trump supporter. Yeah, yeah. I remember Caribbean Sunflower Girl say, and she's a Trump supporter. Those are the people Michael will be around. Exactly. Exactly. Very seedy people, very questionable people. Okay. I remember when Angela traveled to Nigeria and he brought some souvenirs. And she brought souvenirs, and she brought, and those Trump, she brought those Trump underwear. She brought him a Trump underwear and stuff like that, and he was just happy. I was like, you have no idea. If only you had an idea what you are rejoicing about, what you are getting all excited about. If only you knew the kind of person that you are. Yeah, you know. So here are some comment from TikTok. Somebody says maybe he finally ran and got away from her. And then another person posted and said, Angela snapped and is now helping, quote unquote, look for him. Somebody says, I'm thinking the same, or he went to another woman he could have been talking to. Somebody said, I said the same thing. So in another comment, somebody says, Angela will probably end up on Dateline. Somebody said Angela will probably end up on Dateline. They are not wrong. Oh my gosh. Dear Angela, this person is right. You will probably end up on Dateline. Okay? It's not funny, but yeah. Just remember, know that you are on notice. If anything happens to Michael, you will be held responsible for it. Okay? And hopefully you will not be responsible. Hopefully it'll be something that happened that you had nothing to do with. But yeah, when somebody said Angela will probably be up on Dateline, I was like, that is so true. That is so true. True our words. Uh, somebody says he ran away leaving his 7-year-old granddaughter alone. He called the cops when the heat got um so we couldn't get arrested. Also, basically what this person is saying is that Michael, maybe Angela was not home, and then maybe Angela left Michael to babysit her 7-year-old granddaughter, and Michael left before Angela got back. That's the story that I'm getting. That's the impression that I'm getting, that Angela left Michael thinking, okay, let Michael in the house, thinking, oh, if I leave him with the 7-year-old, he will not leave the 7-year-old alone, and run away, leaving the 7-year-old alone. And so that's the vibe that I'm getting here, that Angela left Michael with the 7-year-old granddaughter, and Michael left that kid at home alone. This story is not adding up. I'm sorry. I am not believing this. I call BS. Somebody says, I just have a hard time believing it's not a publicity stunt. And then another person replied and said, they put a number up. I called it because I am nosy. It was the Hazelhurst Police Department. It's real. And then somebody else said, I called the Hazelhurst Police Department, and the guy I talked to had been there since 7 a.m. and he hadn't heard anything about this. Okay. So there are people saying that the police department that they called said they've not heard anything about this. And I don't see any reason why the police department will lie, because in situations like this, where there is a lot of public interest, the one thing that the police want to do is let people know that they are already on it. They know, they are very aware of the situation, and they've taken actions, or they are taking actions. They're very aware, so that people can stop calling. But if you're calling the Hazelhurst Police Department and they are telling you that they are not aware of the situation, that means something is not adding up. Something is not adding up. That means, contrary to what Angela is saying, that she has contacted the police, she hasn't. That's what that tells me. Okay? That's what that tells me. That she hasn't called the police, and her tears, in my opinion, were definitely fake. Let's play this one more. Let's play this again. Her tears did not appear to me. To me, I can only speak for myself. Her tears did not appear genuine to me. They just seem fake.
Johnny Yates and Cody, which is a good family of mine. They drove all night to get here. Michael's been missing since the 23rd. The police are involved. We can't find him.
It's like that dog. You see, you hear the dog that keep barking in the background. What if the dog is trying to tell us something? What if the dog is trying to tell us something? Holy moly. Listen, the reason why I'm laughing about this is because I don't believe Angela. I don't believe Michael is in America. I just don't. Angela said that, oh, Michael sent her a picture of himself with the so-called lady that she's with, that he is with. So why are you not posting the picture? Okay.
Can you hush, Lucy, please? Johnny, what is...
Thank you so much, Kumbis, Janet. Thank you for 100 stars, Kumbis. I appreciate you.
Can't do the show. Cody, I can't do this.
Baby girl.
I can't.
Baby girl.
Can you tell him how to get on the live with Johnny?
Of course I will. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I look like a mess. We drove like 14 hours like straight through to get here because anytime our aunt needs us, we're always here. John's actually on.
They are not really aunts. I used to follow this guy's husband. Okay, this guy Cody. He has a husband who's a YouTuber. His name is John. They are not related by blood to Angela. They are just friends. I guess they've been friends long enough that, they now introduce themselves or identify themselves as aunties and family or whatever. But reality is John and Cody are not related to Angela Dean by blood at all. John Yates is a YouTuber who covers a lot of 90 Day Fiancé stuff, TLC stuff, but over time they have become close to Angela. And that's another reason why this is so suspect to me. Like, Angela did not go to People's Magazine to say, my husband that I brought all the way from Nigeria is missing. She didn't do that. She went to John Yates. Like, typically with a story like this, with a fantastical story like this, oh my gosh, major websites will be like lining up, even willing to pay for the tea. Major website will be lining up. But it's so suspect to me that is not even happening. It's weird. Thank you so much, Iris, for 100 stars. I appreciate you. Thank you, Iris, for coming through. So to me, I'm like, really? And like I said, before even coming here, I have been researching. I've been looking everywhere. People Magazine are yet to carry the story that Angela said that Michael is missing. They haven't covered it. And they typically will cover 90 Day Fiancé story. They haven't covered this one. So this is why I'm like scratching my head and like thinking,
His live right now. It's John Yates 327. It's on YouTube. So go on there. He's
missing.
He's talking about everything. Michael's missing. Like, we have not heard anything. The whole police is looking for him from state to state to state to state. So he's got.
The police is looking for him from state to state to state to state. Okay.
What's that called? Like the beat,
the bolo, but now it's
bolo.
Missing.
Yes.
It was a bolo, now it's missing.
Thank you. Yes, because when I talked to the cops before.
So bolo. So what Angela is saying here is that first they had a bolo on him. A bolo basically means be on the lookout for this person. be on the lookout for this person. It is an alert that the police will typically put out, in case of a missing person, in case of a criminal situation or just somebody missing and the family is concerned about them. So she's saying here that there is a bolo out for Michael, be on the lookout, and that it has now changed from bolo to missing. Yeah, something is not adding up. I'm sorry, I am not buying it. I am just not buying it. I don't know what to tell you. I am not buying it. So there's another thing that I saw earlier today. And Angela is now claiming that Michael has 3-inch bola, if you know what I mean. She even at one point said, oh, that Michael is a G, okay? Is a G, meaning is a receiver. So that Michael lives in America now. He should not worry. He should feel safe now. These are the kind of things that she does, right? Let me share this. Let me play this. So this is excuse me what she's saying because she's just mumbling her words. Yeah, but we're gonna try and see what we can hear as much as we can. Let's see if we can hear as much as we can. Scott.
I said nothing about. We told you. I said your ring's gone. Does anybody notice that there's shit been missing here? We never said nothing about. We told you cost. I'm saying. I know.
Hey, Joel. What an evening. Huh? I said, ooh wee, what an evening.
I don't think it's a. You're applauding somebody, hurting somebody, man.
But you heard him with the people that are applauding. The people that are applauding Angela, the people that are applauding are doing so because they watch you year after year after year abuse this man. So to them, this is the perfect ending. This is the perfect ending to the years and years of abuse that Michael suffered at your hand. So Michael being able to get a visa and coming to America and running off and leaving you is basically what they will consider a happy ending to the years of abuse. Don't get mad at these people. Don't get mad at them. They watch you go in on this man and they just happy that now he doesn't have to deal with you anymore. And now he's gone.
And there's a lot of stuff that you guys, I mean,
There's
a lot. There's probably like 5%, 10% maybe of what you can say. And 90% of.
Okay, so let me play this. Hold on. Hold on, okay? This person forgot to unmute.
And I was on mute the whole time, so nobody heard a word I just said. So, hi everybody. I said hi everybody. Sorry.
So this is Michael. This is Angela's friend.
I'm fucking shocked right now, but not really. But anyway, that's all I can say. Johnny, take over, please, because I'm in fucking shock.
Actually, I'm not muted anymore, right? Okay. So, let's just rip it off like a Band-Aid. Michael is safe.
Thank God.
There's the good news. He reached out to the police moments after this live just ended up. This live, I have not slept. I'm sorry.
No, you're just upset because of me, and I love you, Johnny, for this. Because without you and Cody, I would have been a fucking mess.
So
this is why he ran away, Angela. This is why he ran away. So from now on, I'm going to address this as if I really believe that Michael is in America. And so I'm going to approach this from that angle that, okay, Michael is in America and yeah.
Angela got a phone call from the police here.
Very nice people.
Stating that they were contacted by Michael. They verified it was him through
a screenshot.
He did have a burner phone or like another phone, a phone that nobody knew about. And on that phone, he had pictures. I guess
Who does that?
He took pictures of his passport, the one that he left. So they verified his ID. It's him. And here's the wild part is that
here's the Yahoo boy part.
Yahoo! You suddenly realize Yahoo. Hey,
he told the police that he was in fear of his life here, and
what a shock.
They did not. He did not want the police knowing where. Michael didn't want Angela knowing his location.
He told the police not to tell her.
So there's a few things I want to.
Start with that. That was 5 days ago.
Talk on. So this was,
5 days ago.
5 days ago in New York.
Isn't he scared?
Okay, so that's Angela. Okay. Okay, so Michael is in America. Okay, so confirmed Michael is in America. Angela just shared pictures of Michael 5 days ago. So cool. Okay, both of them in New York 5 days ago. But it doesn't matter though. Just because he's in New York with you doing whatever does not negate the fact that he's being abused by you behind closed doors. Like, that doesn't even prove anything, Angela.
I took some notes because I know my memory is in the junk right now.
Can you mention this, Tony? Because I know that he's been treating me like shit. So I asked him after we came to New York.
They could hear everything you're saying.
Thank you. I asked him to go home because he doesn't love me, and.
So, in case you guys don't hear this, so Angela is saying that she asked Michael to go back home because once Michael got to America, Michael started treating her a certain way, and she's like, "Oh, go back home because you don't love me," basically.
Because he's going to fight for his visa here and use that, is what I'm told. Because I asked him to go home because he doesn't love me.
Okay, so from what I understand from Angela now, what Angela is saying is that she was the one who told Michael to go home because she suddenly had an epiphany that Michael does not love her. And so she told Michael to go home. I'm sure that Michael not left all of his passports and everything, not necessarily because he wanted to leave them. I think Michael left them because Angela had them. This is what I think happened. I think Angela had Michael's credentials, passport, ID cards, and everything, thinking without this, you cannot even leave. This is what I think happened. Okay? But Angela, if you tell somebody that they can leave because you suddenly realize that they don't love you, and they decide that they are going to leave. Why are you moaning and groaning about? You asked him to leave because you wanted to continue to control him. And he's like, no, you're not controlling me anymore. After 7 years of putting up with your SHIT, I'm done. You do not get to control me anymore. At one point, in one of the other audio that I saw, Angela actually said she told Michael that she was not going to give Michael a green card. Okay? So you tell somebody to leave, thinking that they're going to grovel, they're going to beg, they're going to kneel down and beg you, and they call your bluff and they dump you. Why are you not being the victim? Everybody saw how you treated this guy. That's the reason why you are the most hated person on television, because of the way you treated Michael. And now that he's finally here, of course people are going to tell him to run, Forrest, run and never look back.
And then disappear. That's it. I got shit.
And that's the truth.
So she told him to leave and he left. Do you see that? Did you guys hear that? Angela told Michael to leave and Michael did exactly what Angela said. And now she wants the pity party.
So, Michael got here on the 22nd or 23rd of December.
I don't fucking know. I spent $15,000 in advertising.
It was either the 22nd or the 23rd.
I think
He
it
was right here
22nd.
before, right before Christmas.
23rd. Okay.
No, we got here 22nd. We filmed 22nd, 23rd. We filmed in 24th. I don't fucking know.
Just bear with me, guys,
It's in the
because
20s.
It was right before Christmas.
Somewhere in December.
my point is that from December 23rd to just the 23rd that just passed, 2 months, right? In those 2 months, he came here, like Christmas. Angela and Michael went to California for like over a week. They went to New York. They went to Florida. I mean, it's not Monte Carlo, but in the course of 7 weeks, I'd say, no one was being locked up here.
When it always makes me laugh when people try to discredit somebody by saying things like, well, at least she took you here and she took you there and she took you to the other place. What does it matter? Who cares? As if taking him different places, she can't still hurt him or can't still prevent him. There is no way anybody is going to convince me that Michael left his passport on his own volition. Angela has it. Angela had that as an insurance, thinking, oh, he's not going to be able to leave. I've got his passport. So it makes me laugh when these people try to claim, they're trying to discredit Michael's claim of being abused by Angela by basically saying, oh, he's past, Angela took him here, Angela took him there, Angela took him wherever. If it was not because of Michael, Angela would not have had the spot that she has on 90 Day Fiancé. Okay, and that's another thing that I also want people to realize. Okay, all this talk about how, oh, Angela was looking after Michael, Angela was feeding Michael, Angela sponsored Michael. It was not out of the goodness of her heart. It was because of him that she was on the show and lasted as long as she did, took all those abuse, got paid because Michael took all those abuse. So please miss me with that.
somebody, I don't know who's the
His
captain.
whole sister that got fired from the church.
They can still hear you.
Good. She's a whore. And 3 people when the pastor died in Nigeria got fired. I've lived here 20 years, and 3 of you get fired because you fucked her husband. She couldn't do it while he was alive. She's a fucking whore.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
That's my train of thought.
I don't know why people don't think I'm not human. Like, you know, yeah, I'm a woman.
Oh, you don't know why people don't think you're human. Maybe because they have watched your behavior on the show. Maybe that's the reason why they don't think you're human. Maybe because they've watched you, they've watched the way you have treated this man. Or because he wanted so desperately to come to America and he saw you as the only hope for him to come to America. And so you took advantage of that. You took advantage of him. So yeah, maybe that's the reason why people don't see you as human, because you have definitely not behaved like a human. You haven't. And that's the truth. Look at Angela looking all confused and saying she doesn't know why people don't think she's human. The way you treated Michael, like you will never treat anybody you met in America like that. Because if anybody in America will put up with the things that you put Michael through, you would have married any one of the people in America. But the only way that you could have somebody to be in your life, somebody that will put up with the things that you put them through, is because the person was so desperate to come to America. And so everything that you did, they took it all in stride. They never complained, they never said anything, and just hoping and hoping and hoping that eventually they will get that dream of getting a visa to come to America. And then once Michael got here, based on your own admission, okay, I've not even heard Michael's side of the story, but based on what Angela is saying, it is very obvious that the same behavior that she had perpetuated for 7 years towards Michael, she continued. And Michael had an epiphany, and he's like, why am I continuing to put up with this? Especially when she's telling him, I'm not giving you a green card. By her own admission, she said that she wasn't going to give Michael a green card. After everything, the whole world, 90% of America is rooting for Michael. 90% of America is rooting for Michael. 90% of America is hoping that Michael runs away and never come back because of what you did, Angela. 90% of America. They are hoping that Michael never comes back, that Michael finds happiness. You've already made it clear that you're not going to give him a green card, so he's going to continue to suffer. He's going to continue to be subjected to your inhumane treatment of him from now till when? And you expect him to stick around? So you tell somebody that I'm not giving you a green card. After everything, Michael is the one person, right? Since in my history of watching the 90-Day Fiancé, Michael is the one immigrant that the majority of the audience had felt sorry for, had rooted for, had hoped will run away from Angela as soon as he arrives in America. Michael is that one participant on the show. No one else has ever gotten that kind of support. Do you know why? Because of what Angela put Michael through. Because of what Angela put Michael through. People from every walks of life are rooting for Michael. Even before Michael came to America, people are saying to Michael, if you do not run away from Angela as soon as you get here, I hope you run away from Angela as soon as you get here. I hope she leaves. I hope he leaves you, Angela. This is what people have been saying prior to Michael coming to America. And I have never seen that. Usually, Americans who watch the show are usually more in favor of their American people who travel to these third world countries to find these people and bring them to America. You know, the American audience are usually in favor of those ones. But Michael is the first candidate who has gained a unanimous amount of support from the viewers, from the American viewers, where everybody is like, Michael, if you need a place to stay, as soon as you come to America, if you need a place to stay, you call me up, send me a message. I will help you find a place. I will help you find a job, because you have worked so hard. You have earned this green card. You have earned the green card. Michael is the one candidate, one star of the show who has gained a wild range of support from American viewers because of what Angela did to Michael. And now she's playing dumb, acting like she doesn't understand the reason why people are so against her. She doesn't understand the reason why people are rooting for Michael. She doesn't understand the reason why people are telling Michael to run and never look back. She's so confused. She's a woman, she wants you to know. She's a human being, she wants you to know. Oh, because Michael is an alien? Because Michael is an alien, Michael is not a human being. Michael does not deserve love and respect and affection. Michael deserves to be treated as poorly as you, Angela, has treated him. Give me a break. I hope Michael runs and never look back. Okay? I never was in support of Michael coming to America through Angela, because it was very obvious that the reason why Michael wanted to come to America so badly, the reason why Michael stayed with Angela so badly is because he wanted to come to America. And I was never in support of somebody using, because Michael will never date a woman of Angela's age in Nigeria, unless, of course, that woman is a rich woman who can fund the kind of lifestyle that he wants. And also, Michael is kind of slow. Okay, Michael, in my opinion, does not behave like the average Nigerian. So Angela also took advantage of that. Angela took advantage of the fact that Michael is a little bit slow. She did. After everything that you did, of course, people are going to be rooting for Michael, and they are going to be hoping that he never comes back to you. Of course. So you want him to continue. You told him that you were not going to give him visa, that you were going to go and report to the authorities that, you know, he doesn't love you. You're not going to give him a green card. So he's supposed to stay and be your slave after you have told him that you're not going to give him a green card? After everything that you put that man through for 7 years? Something's wrong with Angela.
Listen, women.
Mark,
And when you sneak behind my back and do lying shit on me, Johnny, I'm not crying no more. I'm fucking mad as hell now. Tell the
I
truth on
would
me.
be mad too.
I was worried thinking he was hurt.
we all were. We all wanted to know if he
He's
was
not hurt.
okay or not.
You show
Somebody says Michael may have had an agenda, but Angela was abusive. Besides that, okay, Angela also had an agenda. Like, she's more than 20 years Michael's senior. What kind of a person believes that somebody that is like 20 years your senior, 20 years your junior, loves you for real? Okay, she's 20 over. She's more than 20 years. Let me even do the calculation. Okay, at least 20 years is senior. What makes you think that that is love? It's not as if she looks younger. it's not as if, okay, she's way older, but she still has her youth. No, she looks even older than the age that she's claiming. Just like Michael had an agenda, so did Angela. Okay? So they both had an agenda. Angela was looking for somebody looking to rob the cradle, and Michael was looking for somebody that was going to bring him to America. So there is no innocent here. Both of them are guilty.
Now we know.
What the people are saying about me?
Yeah, like there's this one.
After what, 3 days later?
So needless to say, and I've gotten so many calls and texts, and I've been trying my
Me
best
too.
to keep up with them. So, and to the people I spoke to, thank you. To the people I didn't get to, thank you. But somebody sent me this. It was an Instagram post. It's from this Angela and Michael account. Let me just read this out loud for y'all. Thank you, Stephen, because this is so insane. It's the first time I've ever seen this page, to be honest with you. So it's Angie _ Michael. This was written 4 hours ago while I was live, the first live. It reads, I believe by now some of you must have seen this. Michael is not missing and has already communicated with the Hazelhurst Police Department and the bolo taken down. Okay, so we said that we had the bolo would be on the lookout for. And then earlier this morning, it got elevated to missing. And then that's what started the earlier live and blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Lisa.
Angela is 22 years older than Michael, okay? Angela is 22 years older than Michael, and she looks older than her age, right? She looks even older than the age that she's claiming to be. I say that to say, what kind of a person goes after somebody 20 years their junior, especially in a third world country, knowing that this person is probably desperate and want to experience the American dream as well? So Angela is not a victim here. She will never be a victim as far as I'm concerned. They were both using each other, and that's all there is to it.
And we gave the number to Hazelhurst. Oh, I think it's the Jeff Davis sheriff. Because Hazelhurst doesn't have their own police, right? It's like it's the sheriff, right? Yeah. So we gave the number. If y'all want to call there, do what you want to do, and get FOIA requests, get police, whatever you need to do. You know, I know you're all going to do it anyway, so whatever. So this reads, Michael arrived in the U.S. a little over 2 months ago, and ever since it's been hell on earth for him.
Somebody says this is disgraceful. If you really convince Angela to bring him to the US just for him to go into hiding, claiming abuse. Yeah, because you're believing Angela's side of the story. Did you not watch what, and this is from somebody called Bonnie Aching. Did you not watch what Angela did to Michael? Is Angela a baby? Angela had a lot to gain because of Michael, Angela was on the show. Because their dynamic was so unique and so interesting, and she was such a crazy character, she was on the 90-Day Fiancé show making money. So please, if you have sympathy for Angela, take it someplace else. I have none, okay? They were both using each other. Angela was making money, okay? In addition to making over $1,000 per episode of the show, she was also, as a result of the notoriety, as a result of her appearance on the show, she also got a lot of brand deals. She was also modeling different products online. No, please, nobody's going to come here and cry tears for Angela on my page. It's not happening. Please. It's not happening. Nobody's going to come here and cry tears on Angela on my page, because Angela is not a child. Okay, Angela is not a baby. Angela knew exactly what she was doing. Angela has always wanted fame. Angela has always wanted attention. Angela has appeared on the Maury Povett show. Angela has also appeared on Jerry Springer's show. She wanted fame. So when the 90-Day Fiancé came along, her story was very unique. And so she signed up to the show. She was making money. So please, go and cry those tears someplace else with all due respect. I don't care for it, okay? Because if there is anybody who gained more between these two, Angela gained more, okay? Angela is making a lot of money from appearing on the show with Michael. And every month she will send Angela, she will send Michael £20, $20, $50, whatever. Come on, let's not do that on my page. I beg. Don't do that on my page. If you want to cry for Angela, go and cry for her someplace else. Not here. She's not a victim. She's not a victim at all, because she knew, like, what kind of a person convinces, convince her to fall in love. She knows. And in the time that she was waiting for Michael, she was also doing all kinds of things. There were reports of Angela sleeping around and doing all kinds of things allegedly. So nobody is going to shed tears for Angela on my page. It will not happen. Okay? It will not happen at all. Nobody's going to shed tears on Angela's behalf on my page, because she was vicious. I watched that show. I see the way Angela treats Michael makes my stomach churn. The way Angela treated Michael on the show. Come on now. All because the guy is slow, all because the guy is so desperate. Do you know how many videos I've made about Angela and Michael and their whole situation? No. Nobody's going to cry tears on my page about Angela. It's not happening. Angela is not a victim. Angela is not an imbecile who doesn't understand that, this guy is pretending. Do you know how many times they've called off their relationship? How many times she has called off the relationship? So at any point in that situation, she could have walked away. But she didn't, because she was enjoying the money, because coming on the show, making 1,000+ per episode is not all. There are so many other benefits to being on the show. And she enjoyed every single one of it. And that's the reason why she continued to stay, because she was enjoying every single part of the benefit that came with being on the show on account of Michael. I say, I have never seen the show audience stand in support of an immigrant the way they have stood in support of Michael. I have never seen it. Every time the episode airs and people see the way Angela treats Michael, everyone, 90% of the comments is, I hope Angela is able to give Michael the green card and let Michael come to America, and I hope Michael dumps Angela as soon as he gets here. That is a unanimous reaction. I have never seen the show audience, especially American audience, because American audience are always the one that will side with the American, who traveled all the way to the third world country to go and bring the person, American audience will always side and consider those people ungrateful when they start misbehaving. But I have never seen such a unanimous support for a person such as they have shown to Michael, because everyone who watched the show from day one knew how toxic and abusive Angela was to Michael. I have never seen it across the board. I have watched the show a lot. I have never seen the level of support that Michael got from any other person on the show. Everybody say, Michael, run, Michael, run, Michael, run. So because Angela knows that her tears will not solve anything. Angela knows that her tears will just make people laugh at her and make fun of her. She knows this, and that's the reason why she's getting irritated, because now that Michael is here and Michael has left her, she's now like, oh my gosh, look at what Michael did to me. And people are like, what did you expect after everything that you did to that man for 7 years?
Angela sees his passport. He's always the victim. Okay, I have his passport in my hand right now. Angela sees his passport, tore it, and smashed his phone. I can't show it to you because obviously it would show all information, but I could take a picture with it and redact everything if you need.
Did you hear that? Angela seized his passport. And I think Angela didn't just seize his passport the day that he went missing. I think immediately Michael arrived at the place, Angela was like, hand over your passport. Hand over. It was another way to control him, thinking, oh, once he has his passport, he's not going to be able to leave. How can you take somebody's passport and every time you're telling them, Angela and Michael, get out. Michael, I'm not giving you a green card. Do you not know? Have you not watched the show enough to know that Angela would have made Michael's life a living hell every single day, reminding him that she brought him to the country, she can take him out. Angela destroyed Michael's phone and seized his passport.
See it. Angela seized his passport, tore it, and smashed his phone, making it impossible to communicate with anyone, not even his own family. She took Michael to the bank, created an account, and then seized the debit card to the account, giving Michael no access to his own money. The family his family was super worried for him that they sent out the cops for a welfare check on the second day he was here.
The first day, the second day, and the third day.
You people are just exaggerating. As nobody goes to the bank to get a bank account, to create a bank account on the first day or second day of arriving in America. You all are being dramatic.
I mean, how would they even know how bad it was?
Because Michael told them. That's how they know.
The cops got there, and Michael, out of fear for his life, admitted to them he was all right.
Did you guys hear? There was a cop. Since Michael arrived in America, the police have already been called to Angela's home. Okay? And Michael got scared and said, oh, how many times have we seen this happen with abused women? Oh, would this whole story have been more believable if Michael was a woman? How many times have there been a case of domestic violence and the woman calls the police and the man threatens and the police arrives and the woman says, oh, I'm fine. It's just a misunderstanding. We are good now. How many times have that happened? A lot.
Angela proceeded to beat the living shit out of Michael.
I believe it.
And questioned him about the police, and he told her he didn't know who sent them out.
I believe it because Angela's behavior has shown me that she's capable of doing that. Angela's behavior has shown me that she's capable of beating the living S out of Michael. I believe it.
Furthermore, she proceeded to place him. This is where it goes. She proceeded to place him on house arrest, making sure he didn't see the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him with the evidence. Now, he didn't see the light of day. Hit him with all the evidence. He see the light of day. How many times he left the house by himself? How many times he drove the car by himself? How many clubs he's been to since he's been here by himself?
Where?
How many times has he been out of not one state, 3 states, Florida, Georgia,
New York,
and California.
That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. When somebody is taking you places and they are in control of your life and they are monitoring your move and they are detecting where you go and where you don't go, that doesn't count. That's not freedom. That's not freedom. You know, when somebody is telling you, okay, let's go to New York, let's go to this, and let's pretend it's all part of the ploy. That's not freedom. Yeah, she took him to New York, she took him to California, she took him to wherever, Florida. But was he allowed to go out on his own?
So whoever's writing this, and it's got to be somebody very close to Michael, because in fear of his life, which was the same exact wording he used.
That's the only way he can keep his visa.
Right.
Is by saying he fears his life.
Yeah.
So that's his new lie.
So, like you know, and this house is very well lit. It's like windows, and there's windows and doors everywhere. This person will have you believe that Angela locks him from the outside in. On the 23rd of February, Angela got out of the house as usual to buy her cigarettes, forgetting to lock the door. In my view right now, I see 1, 2, 3 doors and a giant window I could just barrel roll out of if I needed to.
Left for the 7-year-old to watch.
Oh, we'll get there.
Left the 7-year-old home alone, disappeared. That's why we thought something happened to begin with.
Thank you,
because we didn't think he was dumb enough to leave a 7-year-old child by herself.
And I didn't.
And that's probably the reason why Angela left the door open, because she probably would have told him, oh, it's a crime. You know how they manipulate, just the same way Bambiala manipulated Cora, telling Cora that, oh, there is a CPS van parked outside, don't open the windows, stay indoors. And if you're new to America and you don't understand, trust and believe. Angela probably could have told Michael, if you step out of this house, there are people watching you, they will take you and they will bury you somewhere, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And Michael, being new to America, not knowing how the system works, believed her. So, yeah.
I went into much detail about this because I didn't know if I should be speaking on it earlier, but I did, and here we are. One of Angela's granddaughters almost died.
Bonnie, Angela was terrible. She was terrible to Michael. The things that she did to Michael, holy cannoli. I want to believe that I'm a very fair person. I don't, I don't appreciate when people are used and taken advantage of. But I have never, even though every time that I will make a post about Angela and Michael, I always drag Michael's family, drag Michael, okay? That's usually how it goes, because when I see some of the things that when I see some of the things that Angela does to not just Michael, but also Michael's family, I was always dragging Michael's family and letting them know and reminding them that if Angela was not a white woman, they never would have put up with the things that Angela did to them. I always reminded them of that. But for me to be sitting here and saying that I have not 1 ounce of pity for Angela, that's because I have had it up to here. Like, she treated him so poorly that every single person watching the show was rooting for Michael to run away.
3 weeks ago, was it 3 weeks?
February.
So this month.
The end of January, beginning of February.
And
so this Angela's friend that's trying to discredit Michael, what he said, is laughable, because it happens. Michael is new, even if Michael knew anything about America, it'll probably be about, big cities like New York, like Los Angeles, not a small town like Hazelhurst. Okay. Do I think that Angela may have sat Michael down and put the fear of God in him, telling him that the minute you leave here, something bad is going to happen to you? Yes. They probably made him watch some lynching videos, okay? just to like drive their point across, drive their point home. They probably made him watch some lynching videos and say, this will happen to you. They probably told him a bunch of lynching stories about some immigrants that came into the deep south and tried to like play the woman or whatever. Angela probably thought, okay, I have drilled into him enough of what may happen to him should he try to escape, that he basically thought, okay, that she was comfortable enough leaving Michael with her grandchild. Mumu woman. Ari says, I watched a part of their story here in Germany, but had to stop watching them because of her abusive and respectless behavior. Couldn't stand it. She constantly threw stuff at him. Like, she just did so many things. There were even petitions were drawn out to have Angela removed from the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. There were petitions written by Americans because of the way that Angela treated Michael. So yeah, Angela, Crimea River. I hope Michael continues to run away from you. Okay? I hope he continues to run away from you. All the things that you did to him, I hope that eventually they will give him a green card just for his troubles, just for his worries, just for everything that you put that man through. Yeah. Anyways, you guys, I don't want this to be too long. I might come back later and do a reaction on this. But yeah. But Michael is fine. Michael has been found. And like I said before, I have now taken back my opinion regarding whether or not Michael is in America. It appears that Michael is in America. And so, yeah, wanted to clarify that. Don't want you to leave it in the comment. Michael is in America. I have seen pictures from Angela basically confirming that Michael is in America.
Cyst on her head. She didn't know that she was cystic. He also and she had cysts all over, her brain still has, and she fell, knocked her head, and then one of the cysts.
Exactly. Roxy Joy says, hi Jade. Can you imagine what she did to Michael behind closed doors if she feels comfortable treating him like that in public with cameras watching them? Shake my head. Exactly. And that's the angle that I'm looking at it from. Like, if she could do what she did to Michael with the cameras rolling, can you just imagine what she would have done to him behind the scenes when there was nobody watching? No one. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, I'm following the story. I will keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you guys so much for your support. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. Thank you, everyone. Iris says, I'm just happy that he's okay and hope he stays safe. Absolutely. I definitely agree and I share that sentiment. I hope so too. I hope he continues to be safe. I hope, he doesn't go back to her. Yeah. And nobody will cry for Angela. I guarantee you, nobody who has been paying attention from the very beginning of their relationship, from when they came online when they came on to the show till date, nobody who has ever watched the show will feel sorry for Angela or think that Angela is a victim in this situation, because one can only imagine what Angela would have done to this man when there was no camera, when there was nobody watching, the kind of humiliation, the kind of belittling, the kind of things that he would have said, the kind of beating that he would have given her, knowing that he's new, he doesn't understand the law, he's scared, he's alone, he's in a place where he doesn't have anyone, he doesn't know anyone, knows nobody. So God alone knows what Angela put Michael through when there was no camera watching, when there was no one watching. So, and it is that it is for that reason that people are rooting for Michael and hoping that he continues to run. I actually saw a post that says, "Run, Forrest, run, run, Michael, run." Yeah. So you keep running, Michael. You keep running. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.